Wherever I go, there's fans of Goonies.
Salut à tous et bienvenue sur Runtime. Aujourd'hui, interview avec Robert Davi, acteur américain connu pour ses rôles de méchant dans des films cultes comme James Bond, les Goonies ou encore Die Hard. C'est parti.
Nobody saw you coming. Not anymore. They take it out, come all over you.
Can you access?
Robert Davi, c'est plus de 130 rôles au cinéma, dont certains qui ont marqué le divertissement américain. Celui qui l'a révélé au grand public, c'est les Goonies en 1985.
84. Oh la vache, vous vous rendez compte de ce qu'on pourrait faire?
Ils ont découvert une légende, mais ils ne sont pas seuls.
Dans ce film culte, il joue le rôle du gangster Jacques Fratelli.
You don't like Goonies?
Yes!
Come on, you have to admit, every generation. Jen, you like Goonies? Okay. Les Goonies, you love Goonies, right, Victor?
You thought it could affect so many generations from around the world.
Yes, all over the place. Wherever I go, there's fans of Goonies. I also did Die Hard and Bond, License to Kill, Son of Pink Panther, a lot of iconic films, but Goonies just keeps, there's a different, je ne sais quoi, affection for Goonies.
And how do you react when people comes to you and says, "Oh, Goonies, incredible"?
You know, Josh Brolin, you know Josh Brolin?
No?
The actor, Josh Brolin.
Ah, yes.
You know who that is, right? Yeah, he's done a lot of other big films as well. No matter, everyone always talks about Goonies. So it's it feels good. If you're part of the pop culture and people, how many? 5 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades later, people are responding to a film you did. It's nice.
Et pourtant, Robert Davi n'a failli ne pas jouer dans les Goonies parce qu'il était retenu pour un autre tournage et pas des moindres.
I was signed as an actor to do Rambo 2. What had happened was my agent called up and said, Spielberg and Donna want to meet you for Goonies. Okay? And I said, but I'm doing Rambo 2. I was already in shape, 32-inch waist, 22-inch arms, like a monster, right? So they wanted me for the Goonies. And I said, Goonies, what the hell is a Goonie? As opposed to Rambo was a huge hit at the time. Nobody knew what a Goonie was. We went back to lie to tell him, can we work the dates out? And for some reason, the production companies weren't able to connect. And we made the deal with Goonies, and then Sly called up the agent. Why, who let him go? Nobody was supposed to let him go.
Of course I knew! I just had no idea!
Years later, I told him the story. He said, okay, let's do Expendable 3. And I create this character, the Albanian arms dealer.
Can you access nuclear weapons?
So Stallone is a good guy.
Great guy. Yeah. Sly is wonderful. He's a good person. He's really great. Terrific actor. Terrific artist. Another one, look at Rocky. Look at all the characters he's created that have gone through the generations.
Son côté badass et son physique marqué lui a permis d'enchaîner plusieurs rôles de méchant. Il est notamment un agent du FBI dans Piège de Cristal avec Bruce Willis.
I'm Dwayne Robinson, LAPD. I'm in charge here. Not anymore.
Il marque aussi les esprits en interprétant le grand méchant de Permis, Tuer, le dernier James Bond avec Timothy Dalton en 1989.
Well done, Franz. Another $80 million write-off.
I guess it's time to start cutting overhead.
It was an incredible experience, I guess, for you, like you keep the memories.
Yeah, James Bond, because when you do James Bond, it's the most successful series in the history of cinema. And to play, and I'm ranked up one of the top villains of the franchise of James Bond, is Franck Sanchez. Timothy Dalton played Bond. It's great to be part of all of that. Also, Son of Pink Panther, that we shot right here. We shot it here, and then in Nice and Monaco.
That's it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Tout au long de sa carrière, Robert Davi a pu travailler avec des réalisateurs très connus comme Paul Verhoeven, Clint Eastwood et Steven Spielberg pour les Goonies.
How is it to work with him?
He was very, very open. He's an open director. He's a master. Great director, Spielberg. The best directors I've worked with, and Spielberg is there. If you have a suggestion, they don't shut it off. They say, ah. And no matter how big they are, if it's a good suggestion, they accept that if it makes the moment or the scene better. And Spielberg was very much like that. There were a couple of instances where, not just to draw attention to myself, but I suggested some things in the film Like, you know the opening scene? The fire around the car, right? They were putting the money, the paper money. They were throwing the money, the counterfeit money out to light, but the wind was blowing the money away. It wasn't working. So I said to Steven, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Well, huh? I said, when he has the whip, but he takes the gun out instead, Harrison Ford. Because he says, let him take the gun out and shoot it and then spark it. So he, you know, so things like that. He was great. So creative, he is.
Et au-delà du cinéma, il a une passion cachée pour la musique et pour la petite anecdote, il a la même voix que Franck Sinatra. Alors en 2012, il a un gros succès quand il donne une série de concerts en reprenant les chansons de Franck Sinatra.
Yeah, I sing. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You listen? Yeah, yeah. It's not the same. It's my voice, but
Yeah.
I did my first film with Sinatra in 1977.
Contract on Cherry Street.
Very good, yes. Yeah. So, but I was studying opera as a kid. He was the first singer to bring the bel canto technique of singing to popular music. That's why he had the depth of tone, and yeah. So I love jazz.
Yeah.
They jazz, huh?
Jazz, oui.
They like Paris loves jazz. France loves jazz. All the jazz singers back in the 50s, France was accepting all the great artists here.
And do you have a message for all the people who want to be an actor or an actress? They dream about it and they need advice.
My advice to all the young actors is that you have to know the history of your craft. Learn the history of your craft. How many people know who Jean-Pierre Melville is? How many? How many people know about Belmondo or Jean Gabin, or the greats that came before, actresses, actors, the tradition of the theater? You have to understand, it's not just social media. Social media has dumbed down the idea of what an actor can become in terms of communicating on a spiritual level. Because at the end, the artist is the high priest of society, and you have to have that responsibility to the art form. So I say, you have to study and understand who Stanislavski was, Michael Chekhov, Stella Adler, Lee Strasberg, the great tradition of the Commedia dell'arte and the Commedia Française, right? You know, I know the French actors, Alain Delon. You know these guys, Godard. You know, do the young people know these here? Do they know?
Yeah.
Different than America, then. America, they wouldn't know.
Oh yeah?
No.
Thank you very much.
Merci.
Thank you.
Alors dites-moi un peu en commentaire si vous avez déjà vu des films dans lesquels il est. N'oubliez pas de liker la vidéo, de vous abonner en activant la petite cloche des notifications parce que le mois prochain, une interview très spéciale sort sur la chaîne. Allez, ciao ciao.